Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing great. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss the course contents for SQL. This slide discusses the SQL roadmap, where we will start with the basic concepts of SQL, then we will set up our environment, and we will learn some basic queries related to the database and table. Later, we will see data control language and transaction control language commands. After that, we will see data filtering, data aggregation and grouping, and then we will learn about basic and advanced join operations. After that, we will discuss subqueries and nested queries, and the last chapter will be related to the advanced SQL function, and at the end there will be a project. So you will complete this project to apply whatever the knowledge you have learned through all previous chapters, and this project will be really helpful for you to work in professional setting and to get some hands-on experience. Now let's go through each chapter and see the details of the chapter. So very first chapter is about the introduction to SQL, and in this chapter we will be discussing what is SQL, how SQL works, and what are the different top reasons to learn SQL. In chapter 2, we'll learn the basic concepts related to the relational database, that includes tables, primary key, foreign key, and types of database relationship. In third chapter is about the setting up our SQL environment. So we'll do here download and installation. We will need MySQL server and graphical interface, which is called MySQL Workbench. And after that, we will have some basic tool how to handle that graphical user interface to manipulate the data and write SQL queries. And after that, we will be discussing our tutorial database. This tutorial database is similar to any real world database, and the size is kind of small, and we will be using this tutorial database throughout all the chapters, and we will be doing some exercises and trying to write some SQL queries. And also we use this database uh, for getting insights and writing report. So for us, it's very important that we know more about our tutorial database. So our next chapter is chapter number 4, querying the data. Basically, it's extracting the data. So we'll use the select statement to extract necessary data. And then if we want to sort the data, then we will use the order by clause, and we can use some arithmetic operators. And then next will be, we'll see what are the basic elements of our SQL query. And at the end of the chapter, we will discuss what are the different types of SQL commands. In next chapter, chapter number 5, is related to the SQL database queries. So there we will see how to create a database, how to drop or delete a database, and how to show the list of existing database. And at the end, we will see how to select a particular database if you want to work on that database. Number six is SQL table queries. Here we'll try to manage and manipulate the data within the tables. So we can create a new table using some column attributes such as data type and size and apply some constraint. So let's say in the table there is a column and we want to have non-null values. So we can use this kind of constraint. And similarly, we can use other constraints too. Now, if you want to insert row or record into a table, then we'll use insert into table command. The next one is alter table. So alter table command is used to change the structure of existing table, where we can add the column, drop the column, we can modify column also. So we can rename their column or we can rename the table name. The drop table is used to delete the table and its data permanently. So the truncate table is similar to the drop table, but it keeps the structure of the table. It just only deletes the data within the table. If you want to delete some record using some condition, then you use delete from table. If you want to update some records using specified condition, you can use the update table. At the end, the cascading is very important when you are updating or deleting related tables. Cascading helps you to prevent data mismatch. The next chapter is chapter number 7, data control language. Here the grant and the revoke commands, they are used to control the access of data within the database. Let's say if you have a user and you want to just give the permission select update and delete, so you can grant those privileges. And if you want to, let's say later you want to revoke the access of delete, so you can do that using revoke command. Chapter is transaction control language. In this chapter, basically we'll be studying three commands: rollback, save point, and commit. So when you update, delete, or insert records, uh, you want to handle that transaction. Let's say if you want to undo all the changes whatever you did, or you can use the rollback. But if you want to, let's say, roll back to a certain point, then you can use the save point. And you want to save those permanently all the changes, then you can use the commit command. Our next chapter is data filtering, where we can filter the record based on the specific conditions. Here we can use the where clause and as well as different kinds of operators such as comparison, logical, in, between, like, regular expression. Also, we can use the distinct keyword, is null, and limit operator to filter the records. Our next chapter is data aggregation and grouping. Whenever we want to group similar data, then we'll use aggregate functions, string function, or group by or having clause. In next chapter, we will study the basic join operations, which are useful for combining data from the different sources. There we will study inner and outer join, and then we will study as keyword, which can be used to shorten the name of columns and tables. Also, we can join the data from the multiple tables as well as the multiple databases. Similarly, we will learn more about left join, right join, and full join with union all and with union. In chapter number 12, we will discuss some advanced join operations such as cross join, self join, self outer join, compound join, implicit join, natural join, and using clause. After that, in chapter 13, we will discuss the subqueries and the nested queries. So these are basically queries within query. So there we will consider three types of subquery: single row subquery, multi-row subquery, and the correlated subquery. And the last chapter will be based on the advanced SQL function. So we will use here numeric and date functions to filter the records. And at the end of this course, I will be working on a project where we'll see the overview of our project, what are the different objectives, and what kind of tools required to complete the projects, and what are the different steps or milestones. And at the end, we will try to write or prepare our project report for the submission. I think that's all for this particular tutorial. I hope things are clear to you. If there's something that you're not getting, so you don't need to worry about that one. Once we go through each chapter, it will be easy for you. All right. See you next video. Take care. Bye bye.